Something tells us this lot won't be getting their damage deposits back.
Stop me there, someone deliberately sets fire to you during a cricket match!
Shut up, Rick, no one's on fire.
Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 flatmate sitcoms. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the finest and funniest British sitcoms which centre on the many misadventures of a pair or group of flatmates. And the shared living setup has to be a definitive aspect of the sitcom itself, so shows like Only Fools haven't quite made the cut today.
Now brace yourself, Rodney. Brace yourself.
Number 10, Pulling. Serving as Sharon Horgan's TV breakthrough, as both a writer and comedy actress, this BBC series saw a fresh focus and female perspective on the trials and tribulations of flat sharing.
Like a 2-year-old playing with your own faeces. Just because it tastes good, Donna, doesn't mean to say it's right.
As Donna, Karen and Louise navigate their way through life, love and dating, the main story arc follows Horgan's Donna and her crumbling relationship with her fiancé, Carl.
I don't know what I'm gonna...
Ever tempted by her friends' wild lifestyles of binge drinking and one-night stands, she suspects that staying single might be more fun.
Go away! Just shut up! Shut up! Stop!
Number 9, Rising Damp. As the oldest entry today, this show takes a different approach to flatmate funniness.
This is a good suit. This is real quality. You feel that material? This is thorn-proof. Feels bulletproof to me, yeah.
Centered on the miserly landlord, Rupert Rigsby, Rising Damp explores his relationships with his long-suffering tenants, who not only have to endure him, but also the general griminess of their rooms.
I mean, I hope the others don't think I'm too fussy. I want them to accept me.
Well, they'll accept you, all right? That's what worries me.
There's Alan Moore, a kindly but naive medical student, Philip Smith, a sophisticated planning student who says he's the son of an African chief, and Ruth Jones, with whom Rigsby is madly in love. Bless him.
I wonder if one of you strong men could take the lid off this pickle jar for me.
Yeah, of course. Certainly, miss.
Thank you, Alan.
Number 8, Not Going Out. With Lee Mack playing a fictionalized, unambitious and lazy version of himself, Not Going Out sees the popular comic keep his cheeky persona and deliver some stand-up material.
Pepperoni, just like my mama used to defrost.
Lee lodges at his best friend Tim's flat and spends most of the early series trying to impress his female flatmates. Firstly, Tim's ex-girlfriend Kate, and from season 2 onwards, Tim's sister Lucy.
I'm a murderer.
Nice to meet you.
Of course, most of Lee's manic schemes fail spectacularly, but his story does develop significantly, and in later seasons he and Lucy are not going out for very different reasons.
Do you actually own a pair of trousers?
If you've got it, flaunt it.
Number 7, Men Behaving Badly. The title says it all, really. Setting a new benchmark for laughable lewdness in the 90s, Men Behaving Badly follows Gary and Tony, who are both in the throes of a never-ending childhood.
Do you want another oyster?
Oh, thanks, mate. I disagree with me.
No, we don't.
Whether they're watching telly, talking about women, getting drunk, or trying to impress women, these chaps rarely get it right.
What do you do, Tony?
I'm in the music business. Do you know Barry White?
Much to the annoyance of Gary's on-again, off-again girlfriend Dorothy and their upstairs flatmate Deborah, who Tony has the hots for.
It's painful getting rejected, you know?
I know. Where did you invite her?
Jelly wrestling.
Number 6, Bottom. Written by and starring Rick Mayall and Ade Edmondson, this show is not for the weak-willed, faint-hearted, or easily injured.
Merry Christmas, Santa!
Reveling in its anarchic sense of humour and incredibly seedy tone, Bottom charts the questionable carry-ons between Eddie and Richie as they strive to survive on next to no money.
Oh, I wonder what it is. Oh, it's a comb. It's my comb.
But they always find funds enough for getting drunk, and they're on an endless quest to woo women, all whilst routinely beating the living daylights out of each other. Naturally.
Cop a load of this, matey.
Number 5, Fresh Meat. From the creators of Peep Show, Sam Bain and Jesse Armstrong, this sitcom showcases the lives of 6 students as they try to tame the tempestuous waters of university.
Did that really happen?
You bet your sweet bippy it happened.
Fresh Meat took a well-established comedic setting, the humble student house, but redirected what's expected by interjecting the script with more down-to-earth issues.
This brain is gold. If you've damaged even a single cell of it, I will sue.
Yes, there's a lot of the usual partying and a lot of getting drunk, but there are also genuine relationship problems and social pressures to deal with too.
This has to stop.
Oh. Excuse me, ladies. Oops. Caught with my hand in the nookie jar.
Number 4, Him and Her. Next, we follow the blossoming romance between Becky and Steve as they try to enjoy their life of laziness, peace, and quiet.
You haven't even got a TV licence. Why are you bringing that up? Because it really annoys me.
But they're forced to contend with friends, family, and annoying neighbours.
Oh, it's got bits in it. Oh, Pete's sake, I'm not drinking that.
This entry is especially unique because almost all of it, for the first 3 series at least, takes place inside the flat or in the corridor outside, relying on the actors' performances rather than zany plots. In fact, Sarah Soleimani and Russell Tovey, who play Becky and Steve, hardly leave their bed, let alone the flat itself.
Do you like my impression of an earthworm?
No, she didn't. No one did. She said you had wandering eyes.
I did not have wandering eyes.
Number 3, Spaced. Coupling absurdist dark humour with rave and pop culture references, this surreal sitcom scales the daily struggles of 20-somethings Tim and Daisy, played by Simon Pegg and Jessica Hines.
Is everything alright?
Yes! Why?
No reason.
Pretending to be a couple to get their London flat, they share in the adventures of friends and neighbours, including a constantly drunk landlady, a tormented artist, and a wannabe soldier gun nut.
Right, I'm off to point the pink pistol at the porcelain firing range.
And in between all of that, they try to make sense of their own lives, dealing with deep-rooted emotional dilemmas and finding new ways to kill time.
Oh my god. What? I've got some f***ing Jaffa cakes in my coat pocket.
Number 2, The Young Ones. Explosions, check. Decapitations, check. Smashing through the 4th wall, big check.
I'm going off now to stuff loads and loads of paper down the toilet.
Oh, well, from wondered who did that.
There's also mining for oil, atomic bombs, performances by the likes of Madness and Motorhead, as well as competing on University Challenge.
He came to...
Scumbag Neil.
Can I go to the toilet, please?
But that's by the by. Such is the life for house-sharing students Mike, Neil, Vivian, and Rick, who are routinely caught up in over-the-top experiences, perfectly sending up student subcultures. A cult classic, The Young Ones wrote the rulebook for 80s alternative comedy.
Somebody has got to clear all this muck up! And I can tell you one thing, matey boy, it's not going to be me.
Number 1, Peep Show. The successes and mainly failures of Flatmeat's Mark and Jeremy are laid bare in excruciating detail in this, the longest running comedy in Channel 4 history.
And you've got weird nuts.
What? How did you...
If you're going to watch the TV in your dressing gown, you might want to put some pants on.
Peep Show separates itself from the rest with its POV style and the outrageous inner monologues of the L Dude brothers.
And how do you think we should be...
tube up his nose, tube up his nose. He's a man with a tube up his nose.
Allowing us into every cringeworthy thought, feeling, and frustration, the series pairs a sardonic sense of humour with hands-down hilarity. And that's before we've even mentioned Superhands. It's a real one-off.
Everything's okay. Look, there's 2 basic energies in the world, stress and relaxation.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.